It was another late night at Tech Industries, the city's biggest software firm. The tall glass building gleamed under the moonlight, while most employees had long gone home. Only one man still moved quietly through the hallways, Ethan Cole, the night janitor. He wasn't supposed to be there this late. He was only covering extra shifts because his 6-year-old daughter, Lily, needed surgery soon. The bills were piling up, and Ethan was doing everything he could to keep them afloat. "Just one more floor," he murmured, pushing his mop bucket toward the CEO's office, a place most employees never dared to enter. The door was half open. Inside, the huge office smelled faintly of jasmine perfume and expensive coffee. Papers were scattered everywhere, and a silver laptop blinked faintly on the edge of the mahogany desk. Ethan frowned. Someone forgot to turn it off. As he stepped closer to unplug the charger, his elbow brushed the mop handle. The bucket tipped. Splash. Water spilled across the polished floor, and right onto the CEO's open laptop. "Oh, no, no, no," Ethan gasped, grabbing paper towels. The screen flickered. He panicked, trying to save it. "Please, please don't die on me." A cold, sharp voice came from behind him. "What exactly do you think you're doing?" Ethan froze. Standing in the doorway was Victoria Roth, the CEO herself, tall, poised, and furious. Her sharp blue eyes locked onto the dripping laptop. I can explain," he stammered. "It was an accident, ma'am. An accident," she snapped. "That laptop holds confidential files worth more than your yearly salary. Do you have any idea what you've done?" Ethan's face went pale. "I'll pay for the damage." "With what?" Victoria scoffed. "Your mop." She marched forward, furious, as the screen blinked one last time and went black. Then suddenly, it flickered again and something unexpected appeared. Victoria stopped mid-step. Her eyes widened. "What is this?" she whispered. "The hidden file." On the cracked screen, despite the water damage, a file had opened itself. A folder titled, "Project Hope, for Lily." Victoria's anger wavered. "Who's Lily?" she asked softly. Ethan swallowed hard, clutching his mop handle. "My daughter," he said quietly. "She's sick. I was working on that file during my breaks. I didn't mean for it to open on your computer. You used a company laptop," she said sharply. "It wasn't supposed to be like that," Ethan explained quickly. The company's Wi-Fi is fast, and I needed it to run a 3D model. It's a design for an affordable prosthetic limb. She lost part of her leg in an accident last year. I've been building one for her, cheap enough that other families could afford it too." Victoria blinked. She stared at the flickering screen, where a rough 3D blueprint of a small pink prosthetic leg rotated slowly. The words, "lightweight, flexible, under $100, were written beside it. Her expression softened for the first time. "You made this?" Ethan nodded, embarrassed. "It's not finished yet. I don't have the right software or printer access. But if I could just wait." Victoria leaned closer. Her eyes scanned the blueprint. "You built this from scratch." "I'm a mechanical engineer by degree," Ethan admitted. "Before my wife passed, I worked for a robotics startup. Then the company went under, and I took the janitor job. I couldn't leave my daughter alone at night." For a moment, silence filled the office. The CEO, who had been ready to fire him, now stood motionless, staring at his creation. "This could change lives," she said finally. "Why haven't you shown anyone?" Ethan gave a small, tired smile. "No one listens to the janitor, ma'am." Victoria looked at him, really looked at him, his worn uniform, calloused hands, and tired but honest eyes. She saw something she hadn't seen in a long time: genuine purpose. Then she said something that shocked him. "Bring your daughter here tomorrow." Ethan blinked. "What?" "I want to meet her," she said simply. "And I want to see this project work." A CEO's change of heart. The next morning, Ethan arrived nervously at Tech with little Lily by his side, a bright-eyed girl with curly hair and a shy smile. She leaned on crutches, her tiny leg ending just below the knee. Victoria was waiting for them in the conference room, not with anger this time, but with a warm smile. "Hello, Lily," she greeted softly. "Your dad tells me you're very brave." Lily giggled. "Daddy says I'm his superhero." Victoria's heart melted. "Well, superheroes deserve the best gear, don't they?" She turned to Ethan. I had our R&D team look at your design overnight. They said it's brilliant, simple, scalable, and full of potential. You just need better materials and funding. Ethan blinked in disbelief. Wait, you had your team? Yes, Victoria interrupted gently. And I want to invest in this project. Roth Tech will sponsor the prototype and distribute it to children in need. Under your supervision. Ethan stood frozen, emotion flooding his face. You're serious? Completely, she said with a smile. But first let's get Lily her leg. Weeks later, in a bright lab, Lily walked for the first time on her new pink prosthetic light, flexible and perfect. Ethan cried openly, hugging her tight as Victoria watched from the doorway, wiping away a tear herself. You changed our lives, Ethan said softly. Victoria shook her head. No, Ethan, you changed mine. You reminded me why I started this company, to build something that matters. A month later, headlines read, Janitor turned innovator partners with Roth Tech to launch Project Hope for children worldwide. And in a quiet moment, as Ethan and Lily waved goodbye after another successful test, Victoria looked down at her once ruined laptop, now fully repaired. On its desktop was a single folder, renamed by her own hand. For Lily and for every dream that deserves a chance.